Okay, so this is weird, but I'm gonna do it. So you know me, and I'm totally against anything orthodoxy. I just don't do it. So what I do is just kind of a combination of a lot of different things, a few different kinds of yoga, including Ashtanga and Kundalini type stuff. And then I also do some stuff that's from something called sophrology, which is really kind of interesting if you ever want to take a look at that. It's kind of big in Europe and slow to catch on here in the States. Anyway, I'll step you through my little thing that I do. So, all right, here we go. Starting with just kind of getting into your body, right? So, just doing some head nods here. I kind of think about where I don't know, feel stiff. Always the breath, concentrate on the breath. So this is something from Kundalini that I do. A little bit of I tend to get a lot of tension in my upper back, especially when I'm doing a lot of computering or gardening. So that helps. Kind of stretch those muscles out a bit. And then I kind of just let my arms fly a little bit too, which, I don't know, feels like it furthers that particular stretch. Do some big circles. I injured my shoulder, I suppose, a year ago, a couple of years ago. So this is really an important thing for me to do, especially for this right shoulder. But I think it's good for the left one too. Range of motion, right? If you don't have that, you don't have anything. This looks so simple, but it can be so complex, because if you're really reaching through this, you can really feel this stretch through here, in the back as well. So really elongating, I guess I can hear all the yoga teachers say, elongate your spine, and I guess it's true. So always when you're breathing into, that's when you push it a little further or pull it a little higher. And then just stretching those side muscles. And then some down dog. I think it's really important too to kind of just play with your body as far as when you're in any particular pose. So when I'm here, sometimes I go up on my tippy toes, press through my heels, push back with my arms, and to hit on those smaller muscles, sometimes the movement isn't so obvious because a lot of it's just, I don't know, flexing and pressing. Hop up, breathing in, and then folding yourself down and breathing out. In, out. I'm going to come back up, and then I roughly go through some sun salutes, and they're not Like I said, they're not orthodoxy, they're just kind of how I do them. So, jumping back, this little chaturanga dandasana. This is hugely important for me. I don't know if you can see my feet here. When I'm doing that, my feet look like this. And especially now that I'm doing a lot of walking, this muscle right here gets tight. And so that's really an awesome stretching of that muscle. And then I just hang out and kind of let myself drop down to the floor a little bit there too. And then back up into up dog, or excuse me, down dog. And then with this foot's straight. I'm just on my tiptoes with that foot. And this is kind of a hip thing. So you're feeling it right here a lot. And doing a bit of a back bend. Going down. Back into down dog. And then other foot. So same thing. This one is like this, right? Sometimes I do a few extra push-ups when I'm, right? This time I'm going to turn my foot, my back foot. So, right, to do the whole warrior thing like that. I start off front facing, trying to keep my hips forward as much as possible. Up, then turning, dropping down, over this way, feeling stretch here. Bringing that arm kind of behind, going the other direction. And other foot. Dropping down. If I have more time, I stay in poses longer. If I don't, I don't. Like to do this. Drop it over. Like to do the little child's pose and really just kind of, it pulls right here and here if you really move yourself back in that one. I usually go from that to planking. Sometimes if I feel ambitious, I do some of these. Then to here, hands down, keeping toes pointed forward, hand pointed forward. Up to triangle. Switch And sides. And for the grand finale, this is a great one. I love this. Gets the lower back. Gets these muscles here. And okay, the other thing I do is arm balances, right? Because otherwise stuff hurts. So I do this one, crow pose. I find this is really helpful for carpal tunnel and tennis elbow, quite frankly. The majority of your body is being held, supported right here, and then this is controlling that whole hold, those top forearm muscles. So that's a really good one. I make sure I do that every day. Play around and do some other stuff too. I like to do this one. And switch sides. So that's what I do. Move through that. Takes me 10-15 minutes and then I'm done. If I have more time, I do more. If I don't, I don't. Okay, feel like a dork. Signing out. Roger that.